What's up, gang? Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Crazy Crypto Cliff, aka Triple C's. Drop them C's in the chat and let me know you're rocking with your boy, all right? Do me a favor, guys. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Click the bell, turn on the notifications, okay? All right, so we have to talk about Sofi, guys. They have a big week next week. They have earnings coming up on Tuesday. Their report is expected to be a positive report based on their last 2 quarters. They show profitability, and I do expect them to continue that bullish sentiment going into next week, leading up to Tuesday. They did just come off a 7-day growth streak in the stock based off that bullish momentum leading up to their earnings report, which is going to be on Tuesday. Okay, guys, so the question is it a good time to buy Sofi? We're going to talk about that in this video, guys. So we're not going to delay it any longer. Let's get into the video. Okay, gang. Now, let's look at the analyst ratings for Sofi. Currently, the general consensus is a hold with a consensus target price of close to $8. They do have a range from as low as $4 all the way up to $12. So currently, the banks are a little bit on the fence. Okay, gang. So now, let's look at the income statement for Sofi. If you take a look here at the past 5 quarters, they've definitely shown a consistent growth in revenue, with the last quarter bringing in $645 million, as well as a decent balance sheet. Okay, so they are showing growth and profitability. Now, when we look at the unusual activity, you do see bullish sentiment there as well. With July 25th, we saw a lot of long calls with a target price of $8.50. Okay, gang. Now, according to this article in Zacks.com, shares of Sofi Technology have witnessed a notable surge of 11.6% in the past month. The rise is significant, especially when compared to the 3.2% decline of its industry and a 2% fall in the Zacks S&P 500 composite. Since going public, Sofi has shown impressive growth, and the last 2 quarters have been profitable. Adjusted net revenues in the first quarter of 2024 increased 26% year over year. The EBITDA margin for the quarter was 25%, marking a year-over-year improvement of 840 basis points. Sofi has provided guidance of $2.4 billion in adjusted net revenues at the midpoint, indicating 16% year-over-year growth. Although this growth rate is lower compared to the previous year's 35%, the company is showing improvements in its margins. The EBITDA is projected to be in the range of $590 to $600 million, or a 25% margin up from the $432 million, and a 21% margin in 2023. Okay, so I'm not going to read the entire article, but it does go on to say later on in the article, given the current valuation and market conditions, it may be wise for investors to exercise caution before buying Sofi shares. The stock's recent performances and strong growth prospects are promising, but the current high valuation and potential risk, such as the impact of student loan forgiveness, suggests that waiting for a more favorable entry point could be a prudent strategy. Okay, gang. So here's my thoughts on Sofi. So right now, I'm not totally convinced that Sofi is a long-term investment just yet. Okay, I do think it has the potential to become a long-term investment in the future, but right now, I think the waters are still a little bit murky as it pertains to Sofi. We don't know how the student loan forgiveness thing is going to affect Sofi. We're still waiting on the Feds to start cutting interest rates. We know that could be a positive thing, but right now the waters are just still a bit murky. So the way I see Sofi is as a quick trade. Get in, get up, and get out. Okay, whether you're just buying the stock or you're buying an options contract, get in, get up, and get out. If I can get it between $7 and $7.50, I would go ahead and buy it, and I would ride the momentum going into Tuesday's earnings release, and hopefully try to sell it between $8.50 and $9. As far as my options contract goes, I did go ahead and take a couple of options contract that expire after the earnings date on Tuesday. So I have one that expires on August 16th, and I have another contract that expires on August 2nd. Okay, so on those contracts, I do have a strike price of $7, so one is already in the money, and I do want to have one at $8. So I am going to go ahead and set a stop loss of about 5%. So that way, if it turns on me and goes the other way, because that does happen sometimes, you're not always going to get it right. That way, I'll minimize my losses. That's a valuable tool that you guys need to learn, guys. Learn how to do your stop loss. Always put a stop loss no matter what. So that way you can always minimize your losses. You can be ready to go for your next trade. Okay, gang, that's all I got for you guys in this video. Okay, go to my website, crazycryptocliff.com. I am going to have some more exclusive content over there for you guys and some extras and everything that you can check out over there. But like I said, that's going to be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one, and let's get this money.